Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, rumesback. Matapos itong umani ng ilan mga komento, at reaksyon mula sa mga doktors, ito'y dahil sa pagpayag nito na papasukin ang mga unvaccinated individual na nagmumula sa iba't ibang bansa. Aniya pa dito, sinunod lamang niya ang panuntunan na pinapatupad ng Interagency Task Force, tulad na lamang sa mga umuuwing overseas Filipino workers at returning Filipinos. Narito ang video.
Now, the big hullabaloo that was raised was, I am allowing unvaccinated. That's how it was termed. Why am I allowing unvaccinated travelers to the Philippines? Hello, the AATF has been allowing unvaccinated travelers to the Philippines with their own resolution, which now lifted the quarantine protocols for fully vaccinated returning overseas Filipinos and fully vaccinated overseas Filipino workers, ROFs and OFWs. Kung fully vaccinated, no more quarantine. If you are not fully vaccinated, 5-day quarantine. So what is the difference between ROFs and OFWs who are unvaccinated and may be will be subjected to a 5-day quarantine, but on the other hand, other human beings coming in unvaccinated, we have a different standard? Do they have a different set of eyes, or maybe 5 livers, or maybe they have 2 heads? What's the difference? Where's the logic again?
Cebu will allow the entry of unvaccinated foreign nationals beginning March 1. This is contrary to the recent IATF resolution which only allows the entry of fully vaccinated foreigners.
Unang-una, hindi po na konsulta ang Department of Health hinggil po dito sa panukala, no, or ito pong protocol ng Cebu province regarding incoming travelers like foreign nationals. So meron hong protocol ang IATF na atin pong sinusunod na kailangan pong sundin ng ating local government. Again, let me just remind all local governments, yun pong mga binabalangkas ng mga panukala or protocols ng IATF, ito po ay isang mandato sa bawat isa sa local governments units natin na sumunod. Dahil kailangan po yung protocols natin na ipatutupad nationally so that we can continuously protect our borders and we can prevent further transmission of diseases.
Remember, this is as regards our OFWs and ROFs, which lifted the quarantine period for fully vaccinated OFWs and ROFs, and added further, for the unvaccinated, then they will still be quarantined for 5 days, whereupon they will be swabbed on the 5th day, and with a negative result, they will then be allowed to continue their quarantine at home. Mama na. And then, they subsequently issued the resolution which would, on the 1st hour of February 10, then allow the entry of foreign travelers from non-visa required countries, fully vaccinated. In that same resolution, they also allow for the entry of those that would be holding, kung dunay visa required, those that would be holding 9-A visas or EED. And they say nga kung if they are not vaccinated or they do not fulfill katong ilang mga unsang klaseng vaccine, then they will be quarantined. Again, for 5 days, the same treatment na to sa mga unvaccinated ROFs and OFWs, and even spouses, foreign spouses of Filipino citizens. Diba? Now, the big hullabaloo that was raised was, I am allowing unvaccinated travelers to the Philippines. That's how it was termed. Why am I allowing unvaccinated travelers to the Philippines? Hello, the AATF has been allowing unvaccinated travelers to the Philippines with their own resolution, only that it has been qualified. If you are unvaccinated, then you have to be quarantined for 5 days. So it's not me that's allowing reading and not studying. On the other hand, we are now saying, but if it's not visa-free, if you have these visas, but you're not vaccinated, you can be quarantined for 5 days. Then why don't you allow that also for all? Okay, let's not just quibble about this contradictory resolution. Let's talk about the very clear resolution that IATF issued prior, which now lifted the quarantine protocols for fully vaccinated returning overseas Filipinos and fully vaccinated overseas Filipino workers, ROFs and OFWs. Kung fully vaccinated, no more quarantine. If you are not fully vaccinated, 5-day quarantine. So what is the difference between ROFs and OFWs who are unvaccinated and may be will be subjected to a 5-day quarantine? But on the other hand, other human beings coming in unvaccinated, we have a different standard. Do they have a different set of eyes, or maybe 5 livers, or maybe they have 2 heads? What's the difference? Where's the logic again? So that's it so far as me allowing unvaccinated travelers. No, it's the IATF actually that has contemplated that situation, allowing OFWs and ROFs unvaccinated, but subject to the 5-day quarantine. And my presumption is, if you are classified as a human being, then whether you come from this country or that, you can all be treated as human beings. Why a different set of rules? Are we differently wired as Filipinos or returning Filipinos, or even as foreign spouses of Filipino citizens, as compared to others that are coming in, especially from non-visa countries, or even from visa-required countries, that will be coming in to help us revive an already devastated economy? First of all, because of those now proven to be useless lockdowns, further restrictions of COVID-19, and remember, we were just unceremoniously visited by Typhoon Odette right before Christmas season, right before Christmas, which wrought even further devastation to our economy. I hope they do read, no? Because I do read. Mubasa magud ko. And I guess that's the difference between those that immediately react and go ballistic with just picking up a few buzzwords, and me. I read, I study, and act accordingly.